Good morning, students. It's our next topic of chapter number 3, equality. That the realization of the dimensions of equality. So we can divide it in 3 parts: that the social equality, the economic equality, and the political equality. According to the Indian Constitution, establish a socialist society. The discrimination on the basis of their caste, color, gender, religion, language, sex, birthplace is banned. Means in our according to our constitution strictly prohibit the discriminative factors are strictly banned here. The framers of the Indian Constitution made the special provisions for the safety and the imposition of the oppressed classes. Means the safeful purposes and various platforms for the growth and development of the society. This caste system has been had since the denial of every basic necessity to the lower caste of Hindu hierarchy known as the untouchability, you can say, or this community is called the scheduled caste. Likewise, in India has a huge section of tribal living in the isolated and in hilly tracts. So these communities are also known as the scheduled tribes. So our constitution provides us the equal or the means various provisions like the reservation to give the equal opportunity or a respectful life for this community. They have been able to join the political mainstream due to their conservative culture. The tribals have to provide the basic resources and they have to preserve their all resources. So here few parts that through these parts we can promote the social, political and economic equality. Untouchability has been abolished and it practiced has been made punishable by the Protection of Civil Rights Act of 1976. No person can be deprived to use the shop, hotel, place of public entertainment, pawn, well, on the ground of the religion and caste and birth of place, etc. Religious institutions have been thrown open to all the sections of Hindu society. Bar for the administration to the government added educational institutions on grounds of religion, caste, their language is strictly prohibited. Seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the parliament and the state legislative assembly up to 2010 accordingly. Nearly 55 lakh landless rulers, whom 36% SCs and 15% STs have been given cultivable land from the government. The zamindari system has been totally abolished and the ceiling on land holding has been fixed. Various resources are to be distributed in such a manner that the gulf between the rich and the poor is reduced. Promotion of the small scale and cottage industries. Provide the 15% reservation to the scheduled caste and 7.5 to the scheduled tribes in the government services, and also given to 27% reservation to the other backward classes, means OBC, in the matter of public employment. On this, the Supreme Court has inserted a clause by removing the creamier from receiving the benefit of the reservation, means the 27% reservation of the OBC. Now for the safety of the tribal community, then special provisions have been made for the administrative control of tribal areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. Likewise, and many other tribal areas have established the local autonomous council of the unit of self-governance, means the local government, to provide the proper opportunities and proportionate distribution of wealth and resources. Few social evils like the Dowry system or the Dowry Prohibition Act prevents the women from the torture and exploitation after marriage. The right to property, education, voting rights have been given to women. Likewise, the 33% or one third reservation in the in the legislatives local bodies. So these are the basic provisions. On the basis of these provisions, the socio-political and economic equality can be enhanced. After that, we can also say that how can equality be realized? What type of elements on the basis of that equality be realized? That the absence of basic privileges, we can say, the proper opportunities for all, the racial discrimination. These are the three very major factors. On the basis of this, we can say that these are the helpful factors to reduce the inequality or promote the equality in the society. Now, how can be equality promoted? Means how can we promote the equality in our society? Equality can be promoted to establish the formal equality through the different treatments. The affirmative, yani the positive actions can also help to reduce the inequality in our society. So the formal equality, it is the first step to establish equality is to have a formal system of ending the inequality and privileges. Like Indira Gandhi's government abolished the privy purse provision. So it enhanced the equality in our society, or the removal of untouchability, it also helpful. Socio-economic inequalities need to be curbed all over the world. Poor need to be given rewards so that they can use the exciting situations to their advantage. So the Indian Constitution strictly prohibits the discrimination on the basis of their religion, caste, gender, sex, place of birth, etc. And likewise, the untouchability has been also abolished in our society. Now the inequality through the different treatments. So along with the formal equality, it is necessary to treat the people differently in order to ensure that people also enjoy the equal rights. Thus the disabled people need special protection, or women working in call centers may need the special protection. Special measures for weak should not be seen as the extra importance. No, but it is an equal platform or a chance for the disabled persons to maintain equality in our society. Now the affirmative action, the positive action and the positive attitude to reduce the inequality from the society. This is based on the idea of that is not sufficient to establish the formal equality by law. Positive measures are essential to eliminate the negative forms of the inequality. The positive or the affirmative action may include the preferential treatments for the disadvantaged community, like the scholarships. Therefore, in the interest of creating an equal or an egalitarian society, poor need special protection. At this time, to provide the special protection, special benefits like the reservation has been debated as they divide the society. But thus the special treatment may be considered to realize the objective of equality, but it should be reasonable. Now the measures to remove the economic inequality from the society. So for this, to promote the minimum economic inequalities, means this is done by the various provisions of concentration of wealth in a few hands of the proportionate distribution of resources, so that the gap between rich and poor can be removed easily, or to provide right to the basic minimum necessities to all. The economic inequality is essential so that the basic minimum necessities like the food, clothes, shelter of all the communities are satisfied. Economic equality as is the foundation stone of the political and social equality. As a poor person would be least interested in the process of governance and his social status would lead them to be exploited in society. So the state should be ensure work, in insurance, old age, health and disability benefits to all. It is the prime duty of that society. So the equal pay for equal work, it also helps to reduce the economic inequalities in the society. There should be no discrimination on the basis of their caste, color, especially their gender. So the economic development of scheduled caste in 1971, we had 8.60 crore scheduled people in India. In 1981 it is of 10.80 crore, so which is 15.47% of the total population, and over the 70% of the scheduled caste population lives below the poverty line. Most of the SC population is employed as the labor or in the lower ranked unskilled jobs. The government is trying to promote their economic interest by giving them the benefits of reservation. Like this, the economic development of scheduled tribes. Scheduled tribes from about 7.85 of the total population of our country, the government has made law and policy to for the promotion of their interest. This has also been done by the implementing of developmental project for this class. Now the next is the reservation in the services. According to the constitution, the article 16(4) and the 335 provides the reservation of the scheduled caste in India. The article 16(4) provides that if a state makes provision for the reservation of backward classes in the government services, it would not violate the fundamental rights of equality of the opportunity in matter of public employment. Likewise, the article number 335 guarantees that the federation and the state would try to give benefit of the reservation caste like the SCs, STs and OBCs in the government services. 15% of the seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and 7.5 are for the scheduled tribes and 27% are of the OBC category. Similarly, benefit is provided to SC, ST of each state in the state services. Establishment of economic equality is essential. Otherwise, the society would witness the glaring economic disparities which may result in the exploitation and violent revolution. Economic equality is the hallmark of the socio-political equality.